morning everyone and hello from Chiang Khong. We have a little bit of an update for today. We are heading into Laos today, but there is a small situation. So anyways, as I was saying, we looked at the big picture, right? Normally when you go border crossing, you would take note exactly what you need to bring in terms of the documents, visa, passport and whatnot. So we took into account all the most important things, what documents we need, and at the very least what time the border opens and closes. But we failed to take into account one small detail, which is that we need insurance. I mean, we know we need insurance, but we forgot that today is a Sunday, and Sunday the insurance shop is not open. They're not even open for like half a day. So it's usually quite straightforward, like how you would cross from Malaysia to Thailand. You go to the shop, buy insurance, and then you can be on your way. But the only other insurance shop here in this district right now is closed on a Sunday. So never mind, we say we're still gonna go ahead. I'm sure someone at the border can advise us what to do. So first we're gonna make our way to PTT station because we want a full tank before we go in, and then we will head to the border. This morning the hotel has such a nice spread of breakfast. We ordered like one of the mains. It was a la carte. Normally it's a breakfast buffet, but we, along with like 2 other guests, are the only 3 customers like in the entire hotel. So they decided to go a la carte, and we thought they were just gonna give us our main dish. I ordered fried rice, Ellen ordered a American breakfast, and in the end this huge spread came out and we were so full right now. But it was such a nice experience. You can overlook the river also. The sky may seem like really clear and nice now, but we actually set out a bit earlier today because of the whole insurance thing. We thought to go to the border earlier. We wanted to go later actually, but we thought to go earlier just in case we need to run here and there. And also the weather forecast says that it's going to have a thunderstorm around 11. You can see the dark clouds already rolling in. Now it's around 10:15, so we're gonna quickly pump petrol and be on our way, just in case if it really does rain. At least we're at the border so that Alan can put on his raincoat and everything. They do have PTT stations in Laos, but it's not everywhere. It's not as often. They have, of course, their own form of petrol, but we're more familiar with PTT. But it's okay. We're just gonna pump full. We're actually only going to be staying in Laos if we cross today for 2 days, and tomorrow we're actually not riding. So this is more than enough just to get us to the China border there. The only place that had a 95 at a PTT that I remember was at Vang Vieng. Like last time when we went to Vientiane Dinh, en route like towards the north of Laos, they had a PTT, but it's all 91. So last time when we went through Laos, we actually went through the Nong Khai border from Thailand. And at that time, we actually engaged an agent, so the process was really smooth, although we had to wait 2 days for him to process all the documents and everything. But it was really smooth because he handled everything. But reason why we engaged the agent at the time is because we forgot to do the letter of invitation back in Singapore. When you go into Laos, besides the visa and the valid passport and whatnot, you need to have this letter of invitation to go in. Like Laos or someone in Laos has to invite you in to their country, and you usually can get it done at your local embassy. So that's what we did this time round. We have the letter now, so it's very straightforward. We should have just gotten the insurance, and then we could have processed everything at the border and head in. But now we're just gonna go there and ask. Partly why we also didn't really want to engage an agent this time, although we still could have, is because we wanted to learn. There isn't gonna be many agents for the many border crossings that we're gonna have. So this is like the first border crossing, Malaysia to Thailand don't count, that we're gonna be doing it by ourselves. And then we just gotta learn, get used to it. Sometimes things may not go as planned, like this small mishap, this small oversight on our part. But I don't believe that it's like completely no bueno. There's still gotta be something that we can do. We just gotta ask the correct people. Okay, right in front is the border, and then we're gonna turn in now for obvious reasons. Oops, sorry, I won't be filming this part. I'll tell you guys what happens in a bit. We made it, we made it, we made it in. Okay, yeah, so we made it out of Thailand. We went to, check passport and everything, give the relevant documents, the import-export papers for the bike, and then now we're on the way to the Laos side. Okay, not Laos side, okay? Laos side. Oh yeah, I forgot. Now we're gonna be right-hand drive. Okay. We're crossing over to the right side. Also, this is how they change lanes. Yeah. There's a big intersection here so that you can change from the left side now to the right side. Now we're on the right side. Okay. So for the insurance wise, we figured we can buy some at the border. Honestly, you don't need insurance. Like the immigration side, they won't care. But you yourself, you need to buy for your own safety. So I'm pretty sure we can find it somewhere at the border. Yeah, so we're just gonna cross over. Look, we're exiting Thailand. There's the river. There's the river. We have cleared Laos immigration. I am not a happy camper right now, but I'll tell you more about it in a while. We're gonna head to the accommodation. We didn't book it in advance because you cannot book it. Most of the accommodations in Laos, they're not on booking websites. So you just have to write in and ask for a room, but most of the time they have one anyway. We came to the accommodation. It's only like a 3-kilometer ride out from the border just now. And then now this is the room. It's really nice. It's so huge. I got 2 big beds and all this space over here. And it wasn't very expensive. We haven't changed Laos Keep yet. So we only had Thai baht. And then for 2 nights, because we'll be staying here for 2 nights, we only paid 1,000 baht, which is around 40 Singapore dollars, a bit lesser for USD. We're gonna go out to grab something to eat first, and then we'll just come back and rest ready for the rest of the day. We dropped all our things off at the hotel. Now we're just riding into town. Because we want to get a SIM card. We have no connectivity whatsoever, but roughly we know where everything is. And I don't know if you can tell, I changed my baklava. It's the one that covers my mouth because Laos road is very sandy and dusty. I wouldn't want to be breathing in all this. Last time we actually came into Laos, because we had the baklava that covered our nose and mouth. And then after the ride, when we took it out, it was full of sand. So it actually works. We also want to see if we can get something to eat, although I don't have any Laos Keep right now. Ooh, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't have any Laos kip right now. I also forgot to tell you, they actually have a money exchange at the Thai border, but because it's a Sunday or a weekend, it is closed. The money exchange is only open from Monday to Friday. Nothing is going quite our way today, but we'll just make do with it what we can.
So we stopped at one of the coffee shops here in town. It's actually recommended to us by the staff back at the hotel. It's a Chinese cuisine shop. So it's owned by a Chinaman. So we're just eating back some familiar food. We're gonna take it to go because it's really warm right now. I just want to relax back at the hotel. Probably right around town just a little bit to try and find a SIM card because we don't have connectivity whatsoever. This experience crossing over at this border this time was a little bit different because last time we crossed over at Nong Khai there, after the border at Laos side, there were a lot of different shops. So they sold like, you know, the normal touristy stuff, but they also sold like SIM cards and everything. So that's what we expected this time. But to our surprise, when we crossed the border just now, it was barren, like there was nothing, it's just car park. So we have to like find it around town. I'm sure they have one somewhere. Okay. Oh, 放在 box. Wait. 不要动. Hey. Okay, so we spent nearly 2 hours at the border, but I will tell you why. Basically, when we went to Laos border, we parked our bike, we went to the immigration Chop passport there, and they gave us the arrival card. So this is standard, I believe, even if you sit the plane, it's normal. We sat down on the table to fill out the details, and as we were filling out the details, there was this police officer. He introduced himself as a police officer. He came over and he just talked to us, small talk, and then he said, once you're done here, please proceed to the police station over there. Now, at this point in time, it didn't ring a bell in my head because the last time I remembered when we crossed over from Nong Khai border to Laos side, we also had to give some form of documentation to a police officer. So I said, okay. So we finished out our details, finished with the passport side, and then this same police officer escorted us into the tourist police office. Now, this is when I started to panic a little bit. I was like, this is different. I thought I just had to pass a paper, you know? So we sat in, and then I immediately knew that, oh no, I'm gonna be interrogated. I don't know, what did I do? Like, how long is this gonna take? So basically, they asked us where we're headed to and our itinerary and whatnot. And then they explained that in order to cross into Laos, you have to be endorsed by a tour agency. So I find it quite similar to China. So you basically, a tour agent in Laos has to give the approval for you to cross over into Laos, and we don't have that approval despite having the letter of invite that we got over at Singapore Laos Embassy. So because we don't have that documentation, we had to pay an extra 2,000 baht. For us to cross into Laos, he will act as a tourist police to endorse us to enter into Laos. What I was told at Singapore Laos Embassy was that we had to get this letter of invite, same thing, get an insurance, and then you can go. Like, you can go cross into Laos. I don't know where this tour agency Laos clearance came from. Ella and I are not completely shocked by it. We have heard stories from other riders. We are not the first, and frankly, we will not be the last. We'll take it as it is, you know, it's just count it as additional small fees that you have to pay along the way. So we paid the 2,000 baht and then other small fees included. After that, we continue all the immigration process, cleared the bike and everything, and then we finally got in. Now, at the end of the day, I know a lot of you are interested in crossing into Laos. You guys have been asking me in the comments. After this experience today, I would say just to save your time and a little bit of money, just engage an agent. Although I don't know what is the Nong Khai agent equivalent for this border because we didn't engage an agent this time around. So that part you'll still have to do a little bit of homework, but just to save you the time and money and to make the process really smooth because we were a little bit blur. So like which counter do we go to and everything. Last time round, because the agent was there, like a staff was there to guide us through everything. So smooth. That's why we took a little bit of time, like ding dong here and there. And also, do not cross on a weekend. Be sure to cross on a weekday because there are small surcharges we had to pay in small fees just for like document processing because it is a weekend. So weekdays will be normal. So we could have saved a little bit of money there. But either way. So if you're in Singapore, just get an agent. I don't think you really need to go to the Laos embassy in Singapore to get the letter. Just get an agent to do everything for you and it would be smooth and easy. We will be staying here for 2 days. Tomorrow we'll be just staying put. A reason why we planned it so was that we were afraid that we wouldn't be able to cross today. We always give ourselves ample time just in case anything goes wrong. We will actually be meeting the group 2 days from now, so the day after tomorrow. This is the same group we will be traveling with through China and we'll be meeting them back at the border, the same border. That's why we picked an accommodation really close to the border and we will go up towards Boten. Next video is going to be really exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed this one so far. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. Follow all our socials. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!